When the holidays start to feel a bit repetitive, reach for a Sprite Winter Spiced Cranberry and put your twist on tradition. A bold cranberry and winter spice flavor fusion, Sprite Winter Spiced Cranberry is a refreshing way to shake things up this sipping season. And only for a limited time. Sprite. Obey your thirst.
In Walmart's Nouville, time was ticking away. Only a few nights left till the big holiday. But last-minute gifters had no need to worry. Walmart Express Delivery got their gifts in a hurry. From Nintendo to Nespresso and Lego flowers, they could check off their lists in as fast as an hour. All of Nouville, East, West, South, and North, could order gifts up until 5 p.m. on December 24th. So this holiday, just do as the Who's do. With gift delivery this fast, they all gasped. From Walmart? Who knew? Subject to availability, terms and fees apply.
It's a delight. It's funny, it's sexy, it's intriguing. I'm a big fan of films that kind of explore identity. I like films that kind of have crime in them in all their various forms. So this was like a perfect hybrid. It was a real crowd pleaser, and kind of watching it, I didn't know if I expected it to be as laugh out loud funny as it was.
This might be one of the hottest takes that I've said on any podcast in a while. Glen Powell to me is a movie star. Pedro Pascal is not.
Hey everyone, welcome to this episode of Flixwatcher podcast. Today I'm joined by Amon.
Hello.
Cheyenne.
Hello.
And Helen.
Hi.
And we're going to be talking about Hitman. Thank you as always to Mighty People for their mighty tunes, and thanks to Ben from Rockwood Audio for editing this podcast and all of our podcasts for years and years and years. Please do remember to head over to Spotify, Apple Podcasts and Pocket Casts and leave a 5-star rating and a glowing review there. And join the conversation with us on social media. We are on Twitter as FlixWatcherPod, but everywhere else, apart from maybe TikTok because we haven't worked that out yet, we are there at Flixwatcher.
Hello film fans, welcome to this episode of Flixwatcher podcast. Our guests today are Cheyenne and Amon. Over to you please, Amon, say hello to our listeners and tell them a little bit more about who you are and what you do please.
Hello listeners, yes, I am Amon Warmann. I am a contributing editor at Empire Magazine, have been there for a few years now, doing a few bits and bobs. You may have heard me a few podcasts there and a few spoiler specials. I am also one of the co-hosts of the Fade to Black podcast, which has new episodes coming to you every Saturday. My co-hosts are Carice Lockery and Hannah Flint. Awesome women, awesome people. Follow them, learn from them, they're great. And yeah, we discuss the week's film releases there. We also do interviews with various people. I don't know when this is coming out, but the last interview that we did was with Christopher Columbus for the Thursday Murder Club.
Oh, is he directing that, is he?
He directed that, yes. Yeah.
Because it's one of those books, Richard Osman's books are just kind of taking more and more of your bookshelf and your supermarket. That's still one of the books you can get in the supermarket. One of the few books you can get in the supermarket.
Okay.
His ones. I've never read any of them, but I like him as a guy, so I'm like, I'll watch your film. But Christopher Columbus is a nice, he directed
Home Alone, Gremlins, Goonies.
Yeah. That makes me quite happy.
Yeah.
Happy with that.
Yeah, so I do that. And then I'm also on radio every week on TalkSport Radio. I do TV appearances every now and then. I was on BBC Front Row fairly recently. And also I host Q&As sometimes. I actually just hosted one a couple of days ago with Mr. Tom Hiddleston for The Life of Chuck. Good night, good film, in my opinion. And yeah, I hope to be doing a few more of those things as we come into award season. So, yeah.
Well, there's still 6 months away from award season, but hey, there's time to...
I mean...
time to put those pictures in.
Award season has now become like a year-long thing, man.
Yeah.
Really. So yeah. But it used to be like, a very sort of monthly period where it's being discussed, but the Oscars end and you got awards prognosticators saying about next year's Oscars, and I'm like, hold on, we just had one. So it's like a year-long thing. But yeah, I love doing Q&A moderation. Always fun to be on stage and connect with the talent and connect with the audience. They're a lot of fun. So yeah, I try and have my fingers in various pies.
Keep things interesting.
Yeah. And as we know, all pie is good pie.
Very nice.
I was literally going to agree with that, and I was like, I don't really like pie, but it's fine.
You don't really like pie?
No.
Interesting.
No, I have a weird food habits. That is for a different podcast.
I feel like we should at least dig into that.
It's a texture thing. It's a texture thing. I'm not really into layers on layers of mush things. It's not for me.
See, from what you're saying, it's about how the pie is cooked.
Yeah.
If you get a really good apple pie and you put that with some ice cream, I'm telling you,
no, because ice cream melts. It gets no, but I don't like that. I don't like soggy ice cream. Like, I have to eat it really quickly. Otherwise, like, once it starts to melt, it gets all goopy, and I just can't with it.
It's not ice cream anymore, then it's cream.
No.
And I don't like cream.
My wife gets annoyed when I bring out the ice cream like 10 minutes beforehand to get it to temperature so it's got the nice consistency. She's like, what are you doing, you idiot? What about crumble versus pie? We're on the sweet pies. We're on the sweet pies. Is a crumble, is that too pie-like for you?
I don't like apple crumble. I don't.
Jeez, this is a revelation.
I'm not a massive desserts person.
Okay, you should never watch Twin Peaks.
I've never really watched Twin Peaks. I have not.
Twin Peaks got me into apple pie.
Okay, well then maybe I should.
Yeah.
Maybe I should.
So who are you, apart from a pie hater?
Yes, aside from being a pie hater, so I'm a freelance film writer, so I write film reviews for Moviemarker, Little White Lies, and then when I'm not doing that, appearing on podcast or two, and yeah, that's mainly what I do. And also, pretty much gearing up for festival season, getting ready, because LFF around the corner. So
as we record this, so since I moved from London, LFF is just it's a bit of a stretch. I used to love it when I was there, and this year Picturehouse Centrals didn't do Sundance London, which was gutting for me because that's a really nice small festival, and it's fun to me to get into. But yeah, we're talking about a film that you chose today, Shai, which is Hitman, which is what we're alluding to with the pie. Can you tell us first of all why you chose this? Apart from, obviously, it wasn't the pie that attracted you.
It was not. It was not the pie. It was Glen Powell. No, I chose the film. I mean, it was one of my favourite films of 2024. And I guess, speaking of LFF, that's where I first saw it. So I was kind of spoilt, really, because I had the pleasure of seeing it in a theatre full of people. And I didn't know too much going into the film, aside from Glen Powell and Hitman. I didn't know much about it, but yeah, it's a delight. It's funny, it's sexy, it's intriguing. I'm a big fan of films that kind of explore identity. I like films that kind of have crime in them in all their various forms. So this was a perfect hybrid. It was a real crowd pleaser, and kind of watching it, I didn't know if I expected it to be as laugh out loud funny as it was. I don't think I expected it to be as sexy as it was. Yeah, very, very steamy, great cast. And yeah, I think while watching it, it threw me back to kind of growing up in the mid to late 2000s, 2010s, when comedies were such a huge cultural moment and a big huge group experience, while Hitman is kind of a very much a different tone from maybe that kind of Judd Apatow, Will Ferrell, Vince Vaughn kind of 100%. Era. But kind of comedies like Wedding Crashers, Anchorman, they're different, but at the same time it kind of gave me the experience of just laughing and having fun, and again just a great performance from Glen Powell, and that also is part of one of his kind of rise to A-list leading man status, which is also quite interesting because the idea of the movie star has been kind of debated over the past decade. So it was really great to see just a really fun, cool, interesting film that also is kind of now part of cementing him in Hollywood. So yeah.
Do you think he'll ever get there as a proper crowd draw? I don't know.
I think he's there.
Do you?
When I watched Twisters last year, the entire energy of that movie changes when he arrives on screen. That's a movie star to me. Honestly, this might be one of the hottest takes that I've said on any podcast in a while. Glen Powell, to me, is a movie star. Pedro Pascal is not. And Pedro Pascal, I think he's a fantastic TV star. I think he's a very charming dude. I love seeing him on screen. when I think of Pedro Pascal and just him as an actor, there's not like a movie role that he's done that immediately comes to mind. That is that's a movie star. This is a signature role type thing.
Have you forgotten Wonder Woman 1984?
We've tried to. We've tried to.
The answer is yes. Yes, I have.
Pedro was good, but he could have been better.
But I mean, Glen Powell, I can see there's like a difference between leading man and Pedro Pascal, who's just a great actor. But I'm also wondering, like, to the random person in the street, if someone saw Glen Powell on a film poster, would they say, I'm going to see that movie, whatever it is?
With Glen Powell.
Yeah.
With Glen Powell versus like Tom Cruise, whether that's... I know a lot of people just go and see the next
He's not
Tom
a
Cruise
household
film.
name yet.
No.
Not yet.
Yeah.
But I think he's well on his way. Like, I think Hitman is the movie where it became clear that he had the potential to rise to that level of status.
Yes.
And Glen Powell has been working in the industry for a while, grinding.
This is our like third film with Glen Powell, I think, Helen, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
Top Gun Maverick.
Yeah, Hidden Figures.
Devotion.
No, not Devotion on here. The first place I saw him was another Richard Linklater film where they're all in college playing baseball.
So Everybody Wants Some?
That's the one, yeah.
Yeah.
But I like how he's co-producer and wrote with Richard Linklater on this. That definitely elevates him. But sorry, Cheyenne, we need to go back to you. We need the synopsis before we go too deep into this film and talking more about Glen Powell.
Cool. I've got my 60 seconds. Right.
Your 60 seconds starts now.
So, based on a real-life story, tells the story of Gary Johnson, a college professor who worked for the Houston police in the late 80s and 90s, who also pretended to be a contract killer as part of his job. And now this adaptation kind of takes Gary and moves him to New Orleans, where he's very mild-mannered and does kind of the IT side of sting operations. However, when their actual regular undercover detective who portrays the fake hitman is suspended, Gary steps into the role. He quickly finds himself to be an absolute natural in getting people to confess to wanting certain people killed and researching in advance and creating unique personas for each. He becomes confident and turns into Ron, who then meets a married woman called Madison, who then is trying to have her abusive husband killed and quickly finds himself no, fail. Can I go? No, I can't go again, can I? I have to go again.
No, that's it. That's your time. But okay, we'll go to Helen. So we didn't talk Glen Powell or wherever do you want to start, Helen?
Oh yes, so I saw Hitman at cinema. I saw it with a Richard Linklater Q&A afterwards, which was always a treat to hear him.
What? How many times have you seen Richard Linklater? Q&As in general, Richard Linklater Q&As specifically?
I've only ever seen him once.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's why you said always a treat. I was like, you just...
Oh yeah, Q&As are always a treat when you get someone there.
When my main man Richard Linklater, oh my God, I just call him Rich.
I don't just try and hang out with him like casualty. Yeah, we're best buddies. So yeah, and seeing it in the audience was great. I wasn't really sure what to expect from it. I mean, a hitman comedy doesn't really kind of like how it could go either way, but I really loved it and the crowd really loved it. And I was just kind of surprised that it wasn't a bigger hit and more people didn't go out and see it and tell everyone how brilliant it was. Maybe that's a bit of a Netflix curse with it having that branding on there.
Yeah, everyone saw it in one weekend and then that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I had a penny for every time I've rightfully thought and others have rightfully thought that, maybe Netflix should have released this in cinemas, I would not need to play the lottery every week because I'd be a millionaire. It's so frustrating because I, like Shay, watched this at LFF with a big crowd. People were applauding mid-film at 9 a.m. in the morning. That doesn't happen. Like, the only other time that's happened to me in the LFF, especially at that point in the morning with a bunch of critics, is the end of Whiplash. Rightfully so, because the end of that film is still probably the best ending to any film I've seen in the last 20 years or so. It's that good. There's a scene in Hitman, which is still, I rewatched it, obviously, in preparation for this, and it's still utterly brilliant. It's when they're having a conversation, but...
Using the phone.
But there's a phone involved.
The notes.
It is so beautifully written
amazing,
and acted.
Isn't it? Yeah.
It's so great. And people were literally laughing sucking themselves through the entire scene, and then when it ended with the wake, people were clapping for like a good 20, 30 seconds. That doesn't happen unless you got something really special and magical, and that is what this film is.
So we all saw it in the cinema then first, and then it's because I went to the cinema and it came back, because I think it came out on Netflix a bit after, like it's like a month after or so. It wasn't straight away.
So. Yeah.
But I was like to my wife, like, we're going to watch this, don't worry. Because I went by myself to see it. And it was just brilliant. I really loved it. I'm a huge Linklater fan. Days Confused is one of my favourite films ever, especially in that kind of slacker era. We've had a few of his films on here. We've had Bernie, we've had Boyhood.
And School of Rock.
School of Rock. Yeah,
I love School of Rock.
Classic.
One thing I love about Linklater is that, like you said, you knew it was a Linklater film, you knew it was a comedy, you knew it was about Hitman, but you're like, I really have no idea where this is going to go. I know it's not going to be an animated rotoscope one because I've seen a video what it looks like, but apart from that, I don't know where it's going to go. It can get quite serious and dramatic with like Boyhood, but it can unleash and just have a bit of a ride with it. And I think this is more of a comedy than he's had normally. Normally there's a bit, fun going on. School of Rock, for example. But this was like...
a lull moment. Lots of lolling.
Yeah.
For me, not a lot of people are saying this in general. I had a quick peek at just the critical consensus and breeze through reviews. Not a lot of people are saying this. For me, this is top tier Linklater. Like, I put it right up there with the Boyhoods, with the Before trilogy, with School of Rock.
Oh, Before trilogy. Oh,
yeah.
Someone needs to bring that on here.
So good. I need to rewatch that. I'm long overdue for a rewatch.
I was going to say, it's been a while.
But like, I don't think people necessarily are saying that because this has a bit of a lighter tone. As you said, it's a bit of a comedy. And I guess because of those reasons, people aren't necessarily ranking it up there with something which is a bit more dramatic, like a Before trilogy. I disagree with that because comedy is hard to do, hard to get right. And chemistry in it, so much of directing is about casting. The chemistry between Adria Arjona and Glen Powell in this movie is sizzling. Like, I don't think it's been matched since. I have not seen a pairing on screen that has the sexual chemistry that these guys have in this movie. It's incredible. So, for me, it was my favourite movie, period, of 2024 because this came out, UK released in 2024. In US, they got it in 2023, the lucky bastards. But it's fine. We're patient people. So, yeah, it's top 10 Linklater for me. And it was so good to rewatch it and realise that I was 1000% right and it holds up even better than I expected it to.
Yeah, I think it balances. It's a balancing act, right? Yes. Where like the comedy is the dominant side of it because the major kind of commercial selling point is kind of Glen Powell, like he's hot, we love him, but just, dressed in no, I've only said it like maybe twice. There's still time. Minutes, yeah. There's still time. There's time to go. There's time to go. But yeah, like it's him as Gary finds his knack for turning into other people and kind of researches the different types of hitmen because he's kind of like, I'm a thorough researcher and people expect different kind of hitmen. They have different ideas and him just being kind of there's one that looks very like Hitman Agent 47. There's one that's kind of ginger wig and like an English accent.
It has a bit of a Tilda Swinton vibe.
Yeah, the Tilda Swinton one. People were howling for that.
Absolutely hilarious. And then the kind of like dark-haired Russian accented one with like a weird kind of facial affectation. And yeah, that's kind of like a lot of the slapstick and the comedy that Glen Powell brings to it. But then also it's balanced then with the sexiness once he meets Madison, they start dating. And again, the chemistry is absolutely immaculate. Like some of the scenes in it were kind of like, you kind of felt a bit like, oh, should I be watching this? In the best way. And
yes.
Again, not to go on, I feel like this film touches on so many different tangents of like cinema Hollywood because there's the whole like films aren't sexy anymore. They don't really like, and this just had it like full, not just one scene, multiple scenes, and it works so well. And also just the way that the two of them through the conversations that they have, so it's sexy and you understand why they're attracted to each other, but then just in the conversations they have, the ways that they connect, which which is then wrapped into Gary as Ron and him kind of finding that this Ron person, the more suave kind of person that Madison knows, is more towards the kind of life he would actually like to have. And again, it's, you know, it's a commentary on how much can people change. So the film is doing a lot of things, and that's a very tricky balance to get. And I think it gets all of them.
Yeah. Co-sign everything you just said. Beautifully put. With the sexiness, yes, I'm belaboring the sexiness point because my goodness.
We're starved.
It's even obviously when the clothes come off, yes, that's sexy because they're very beautiful people. But before that happens, the dialogue and the longing that we see from these guys, that is the heat that's generated between them. There's two lines that stick out to me. Chivalry is dead, but I didn't kill it. Is awesome. And then maybe I'm your fantasy, I think, is and the way he says it, I can't remember the exact point in the conversation, but you know, as I was watching, I was like, stealing that, putting that into this bank. I'm gonna remember that for when I need it in certain situations. The dialogue has the source, is what I'm saying, which is really good.
What did you guys think about the one pick to knit?
There's a nitpick?
Yeah. Is the old, this Glen Powell, my professor is an ugly, smelly, fucking ugly guy. I'm like, come on, guys. We know. I know it's...
In those shorts he's wearing, they're not
obviously
like...
it's unflattering, isn't he?
In the jorts.
But you see it with women, they do a lot with, it's the taming of the shrew, isn't it? But you have that a lot in the character where the women with glasses take them off and suddenly like, holy...
She's all that.
Yeah, exactly. She's all that. Plain Jane Superbrain from Neighbours, if you guys remember that.
Yeah. For me, that's just great costuming, though. It's a mixture of costuming and mannerisms and presence and how he can change.
Oh, I mean, he definitely held himself
exactly,
in the Clark Kent Superman style-y kind of thing. But it was still like, it's Glen Powell, guys.
I think at the start of the film, he nails it, where I feel like he kind of, you know, again, it's the styling, it's kind of like the jorts and, you know, kind of outgrown-ish hair that kind of can be easily styled when he's Ron, and then he kind of goes back. And I kind of see it as Glen Powell like leaning into his inner capybara, because there's a whole thing online about him. Yeah, and you see it
said
there.
That, Helen, haven't you?
Yeah, he's leaning into it where he's like, yeah, like, you know, so you can kind of buy it like just about. But then I feel like once he turns into Ron and is like, okay, guys, I'm hot, like, just kidding, like, this is me. Once you see him again later in the film at different times when he's Gary, I buy it less because I've already seen him make the transition from Gary to Ron. But I think it works for the film for sure.
Well, that's also by the time, because the beautiful thing about the film, and as you were saying, it's about identity and sense of self and how much can you change. His Ron persona starts to infiltrate into his Gary persona. So there are times when he is Gary, but he's dressed like Ron, which is in part what brings out why is my teacher sexy now? That's exactly what the film is talking about, because there's multiple sort of dialogue that goes to how
My name is Percy Jackson. Getting in trouble is like breathing for me.
The hit series returns to Disney Plus and Hulu.
The danger the camp is under is greater than you can possibly imagine.
For the key to our survival, 3 of you must quest to the Sea of Monsters.
Let's go do the impossible. I'm not gonna let some stupid monster stand in my way.
Percy Jackson and the Olympians. New season now on Disney Plus and Hulu. Learn more at disneyplus.com/whatson.
This episode is brought to you by Indeed. You're ready to move your business forward, but first, you need to find the right team. Start your search with Indeed Sponsored Jobs. It can help you reach qualified candidates fast, ensuring your listing is the first one they see. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs are 90% more likely to report a hire than non-sponsored jobs. See the results for yourself. Get a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
Oh, Hilton stay, your beds are soft and cozy. No lumpy couch, no stiff futon, no shower line at crack of dawn. Oh, Hilton stay, oh, Hilton stay.
When you want holiday comfort you can count on, it matters where you stay. Enjoy comfortable rooms and friendly service when you stay with Hilton instead. Save up to 25% this season when you book with Hilton. Hilton for the stay. Terms apply.
The McDonald's Snack Wrap is back. You brought it back. Ranch Snack Wrap. Spicy Snack Wrap. You broke the internet. For a snack Snack Wrap is back. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Here's my 30-second story with Guinness. As soon as my sister and I get home for the holidays, we don't even unpack. We head straight to our pub. The bartender already knows our order, Guinness and fries. We laugh all night, catch up with old friends, and walk home with faces sore from smiling. It's one of my favorite nights of the year. That was my 30-second story with Guinness.
Guinness Draft Stout. Please enjoy responsibly. Imported by Diageo Beer Company, USA, New York, New York.
The Freddy Fazbear box just dropped at Popeyes for $7.99, and it's scary good. Garlic palm tenders and cheesy bites with marinara sauce. Upgrade to the deluxe box for $12.99 and get a 20-ounce drink in a cupcake cup. Dig in before it's too late. Try the Freddy Fazbear Crunch menu, now at Popeyes. See Five Nights at Freddy's 2, only in theaters. Love that chicken from Popeyes. Limited time at participating U.S. restaurants. Prices may vary.
This is Jason Momoa. I'll be your finance professor today. Welcome to Banking Smarter 101 with Chime. Bam! First lesson, sign up for Chime and set up direct deposit. You'll be joining millions of members banking fee-free. Second lesson, get cash back on eligible purchases while building credit and a higher APY on your savings. That's how you bank smarter this season. Fa-la-la-la-la, class dismissed. Join Chime today.
Chime is a financial technology company, not a bank. Banking services and a secure Chime Visa credit card provided by the Bancorp Bank N.A. or Stride Bank N.A. Members FDIC. Optional services and products may have fees or charges. Details at chime.com/feesinfo. With a qualifying direct deposit, earn 1.5% cash back on eligible secure Chime Visa credit card purchases. On-time payment history may have a positive impact on your credit score. Results may vary. APY means annual percentage yield. Learn about credit building and more at chime.com.
Dripping in gold? That's cool. Dripping in Velveeta's supremely creamy golden cheesiness? That's respect. Elevate your drip with Velveeta's range of outrageously delicious dips and dishes. Shells, cheese, melty blocks, and heat and eat queso that go all in on indulgence. Flex on your fam with a creamy, cheesy masterpiece and go all in on what you love with Velveeta. Respect the drip and satisfy your cravings. Bring home the drip with Velveeta.
Want to change, you have to sort of, pretend to be the guy you want to be, and then you're going to become that guy. That is what is slowly happening to Gary/Ron throughout the film. I think it's beautifully written. Really smart.
Yeah.
Should we touch upon a couple of other people, actors here? Before we go to Adria Arjona, I want to just call out Retta. And huge fan of Parks and Rec. And she didn't get enough praise for the work she did in this. And it's great to see her in stuff. I still haven't seen her in anything else since then. And she's partnered with, I think his name's Sanjay Rao, who sounds a lot like Aziz Ansari.
Yes.
So that got me thinking, this is like treat yourself, Parks and Rec stuff. But Retta, I love her to be in more stuff. But yeah, let's go to Bix, as some people know her, if you watch Andor.
I kept seeing that on the screen. Whenever I saw her, I was like, okay, I know she's Madison, but I just wanted to be like, Bix Colleen, my queen. Yeah, again, she also is perfect casting in this because, yes, she's sexy and whatnot, but a lot of for the way the story,
noticed.
Not everybody had. She's very low key about
Blind
it.
People, maybe.
But no, I think they know. I think they know. But also, kind of as the story goes along, and once Gary is Ron and they're dating, she kind of, you're trying to work out as well as the viewer, she seems very into this hitman thing, very into kill my husband, kill that guy, and you're trying to work out kind of is she a good person in this? Is she, is this going to take a weird turn? And in order to kind of do that, then you still kind of need to, for ultimately where the film ends up, with them together, you still need to like her. So she plays it in a way where it's very she's sweet, but she has, an edge to her. She has a kind of side to her that you're kind of she likes a hot hitman boyfriend. Who wouldn't?
I mean,
but then also, no, not for you. Not for you. I'll speak for myself.
It's just the illegality, the killing.
The film does actually make the point that hitmen do not exist.
Oh yeah, of course. Well,
so there you go.
I keep meaning to have a conversation with ChatGPT about that. It's do these guys? Anyway, but that's another conversation.
But yeah, no, she's fantastic.
Anything else, guys, want to say before I head to scores? Helen?
So I have one complaint.
Yeah.
What?
I picked on it.
He ditches the cats for dogs, and like
That's sad.
a cat dad is a green flag, and you can have cats and dogs. So I hope he didn't get rid of his 2 little cats. And one of the little cats had a broken leg.
That's when it was Stinky Fugly Gary, wasn't it? You know, with the
Telling you now, cat dads, green flags.
There were cats named Id and Ego.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cute, it was gorgeous, lovely.
That's my main complaint.
Well, let's head to the score, and of course we can keep talking about the film as we rate it.
I'm Sam Clements, host of the 90 Minutes or Less Film Festival, another podcast in the Stripped Media family, a podcast that celebrates movies under 90 minutes long. Each episode, I'm joined by a special guest who selects a movie to join our prestigious lineup. Past guests have included fellow Stripped Media family members Martin and Sam from Song by Song, and Kobe from Flixwatcher, and Dave from The Wire Stripped. Search for us now on the app you're currently listening to this podcast, or join us at 90minfilmfest.com.
Welcome to our Flixwatcher scores. They're always out of 5. You can have decimal places if you wish, and we'll start with you, please, Cheyenne, with your recommendability.
I would give this a 4.5. I love this film. It's fun, sexy, it's cool. The chemistry is amazing. And again, kind of it just gets the balance right between being a breezy, fun, easy watch, but then also dipping a little bit into the commentary of our capacity to change, but without being too self-serious. So it's kind of like, if somebody doesn't want to, you know, maybe have to think too hard about, can we really change? What is the human condition? They don't have to. They can still enjoy the film. And also, if you want to dip into that and see it through that lens, that's also fine. But yeah, I think it's great. I think the only reason I didn't give it a 5 is because one of the many people I ran out to and was like, oh my God, you have to see this film, saw it and didn't like it.
Are they dead to you now?
Name and shame. Name and shame.
Did they say why? Did you get any feedback on it?
I guess, like, I don't know, like, because I
don't
was
like
like, oh,
Joy.
I was, yeah, well, but I think that's why I didn't say anything, because I didn't kind of want to be derogatory towards them as a person afterwards. So, like, because I was like, you have to watch it, and I'm like, cool, I'm watching it now. And then they just, like, WhatsApped to me and were like, nah, didn't like it. And then I was like, oh, okay, cool. And then just took them off the list of, like,
no
my...
longer friends.
Yeah.
I mean, this is definitely a thing with the Netflix film thing. I think you can kind of get into a flow where you're half paying attention. I think this is definitely, we've all benefited from watching in like cinemas with other people and having that, and or being the kind of people who, when you watch a film anyway, you're paying attention to it. Well, we'll get to the engagement score in a second, but there are people who will just whack this on, not really pay attention. It's just something in the background, and I feel that a lot of it can go over your head. You can just be like, yeah, this is fine. Don't know why you're going on about it, but it's a nice-ish film. Amon, your recommendability.
I'm going to go 5 with recommendability. This was my favourite UK release of 2024 for all the reasons Shay said. It's funny, it's sexy, all that stuff about the idea of self and change really, really resonated with me. So yeah, 5 for me.
Helen?
Yeah, I'm going to give it a 5 as well, because I can't think of a situation where I wouldn't recommend it to anyone. And yeah, I just think it has a lot to offer for everyone. And yeah, it's really good fun. And I'm just like, I was thinking about it, and we've had it as well. The last time I think I remember chemistry this good was Out of Sight with Jennifer Lopez and George Clooney, with the same kind of vibe going on there. So yeah, if you liked that, then I would be confident that you would also like this. But even with the cat erasure, I did still really enjoy watching this again.
Why wouldn't I give it a 5? I feel it's very close. I'm going to go 4.85. I don't know.
Wow.
I just don't want to. I don't want to.
I mean, you couldn't recommend it to a child because it's a bit sexual, but like...
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it to a child. I wouldn't recommend it to my mum.
Would your mum not enjoy it?
I recommend it to my mum.
Yeah.
She wouldn't appreciate sexy things or killing things.
I don't think my mum would like it, but I'd recommend it to her anyway.
But yeah, look, this is fun. And this is... It's not a Netflix film thing, but this is in the bracket of like Knives Out, where it's like... It's a really good film that everyone should be able to enjoy. Loads of people should be able to enjoy. It's a bit, not off the beaten path, but it's slightly different to what we normally get, which makes it great. It's got the indie sensibilities, but it's got like a stellar cast and a stellar director behind it. So it's in a weird kind of niche, which is really my bag at the moment. I think it's just a nice thing. I'd love to see more of this, but also just on the cinema. I think we should see these in the screen with other people. Like when the next Knives Out film comes out, if this hasn't gone live before then, which is coming out in October, LFF. You guys are talking about LFF, London Film Festival, for those people who don't know what that is. The next Knives Out film, Wake Up Dead Man's going to be premiering there in the first night, and I'm jealous because I'm not going to be there. It will get a cinematic release and I will be there for that, because those films are so great to watch with other people. But I want more of them. If Netflix is the way these films can get made, then okay, let's have it. But let's get them in the cinemas as well. Repeat viewing score, Cheyenne.
I gave this a 4, purely because I'm thinking of like my upper tier rewatchables.
Well, I think you've got to declare some.
Like The Wolf of Wall Street.
Really? Really? That's interesting.
Guys, that is a true Cheyenne's last day on Earth. I spend nearly 3 hours watching that film. Anytime it's on, like, so some say there's some big films up there in my like rewatchables. So I was like, it's not quite there, but at the same time, again, easy, enjoyable. I think I've seen it maybe like 3 or 4 times so far. And also I think while it has some really great memorable moments, I'm not sure it has anything as memorable as some of, like I said, the great Pantheon rewatchable films, but it's always a good decision to put on. So 4.
Okay, I'm on. Repeat viewing score.
I'm going to go with a 4, because as much as I love this film, you do kind of have to be in a bit of a mood to watch it, in terms of like, you got to be in the right headspace to watch it. Isn't something that just like any time of day, yeah, I'm in the mood for Hitman, bang. This is it's not quite that. But anytime I do press play on a rewatch, it's always a good time. So 4.
Helen.
I'm going to go a little bit lower. I'm going to go 3. I enjoyed coming back to it, but watching it at home, I felt the length a little bit more. It's nearly 2 hours, and I was a bit like, oh, still going. Whereas I didn't feel that in the cinema. And while I enjoyed it rewatching for this, I'm not sure how many more times I'm going to go back to it. But then again, if someone was like, should I watch it? Do you want to watch it? I'd probably be like, yeah, all right.
Yeah, I'm going similar. 3.5 for me. It's not so layered that you want to pick up straight away as soon as you've seen it. But I think this is the third time I've seen it. First time in cinema, second time when it came out on Netflix with my wife, third time now. And I will watch it again. I just don't think it'll be a super regular occurrence. I think at one point I'd need to do a Richard Linklater marathon, and I look forward to coming to this when it happens. That would be great. That's more than a weekend. That's probably a week's worth of films.
He's done a lot of films.
Yeah, hasn't he? Like subtly just like throws a film out here and there, doesn't he? I will watch it again, but yeah, just not frequently. So 3.5. Small screen score, Cheyenne.
I will go with a 4 because, yeah, it's not a visual spectacle, so to speak, so you don't need to watch it at the cinema to enjoy it or on the biggest screen. However, it's, of course, better, I think, with more people, but technically it can work anywhere. It really just depends kind of the quality that you want to watch, like Glen Powell and Adria Arjona in. Yeah, 4.
I'm on.
Kobe, my laugh is very, very big. My claps are very, very loud. But watching this on my own compared to watching this in a cinema, I'm going to pick cinema every time. So that means I'm giving this a 4 on this particular score.
This is the equivalent to your screen, stream, or skip score for Fade to Black podcast.
Oh, it's a definite stream. That's for sure. But yeah, if the screen option was available, it would be no choice.
Helen.
Yeah, I'm going to say 4 as well. I had super fun watching this in the cinema with an audience. And like Richard Linklater was talking about like how hard it is to get like films made and get things like this financed and stuff. And if we're not going to go out and see them at the cinema and they don't bring any money, then it's less likely for films like this to continue getting made. So yeah, I mean, what can you do when Netflix only put it out for a few weeks? I don't know. But
it wasn't even a few weeks. I'm sure it's like
2 weeks.
You've got 48 hours.
Yeah.
It's just so ridiculous. I mean, not that these guys are wanting for money, but the amount of money they're leaving on the table is insanity.
Yeah, and there's also the knock-on effect, because if people get to see it in the cinema, more people recommend it to people. So when it comes to the platform, they'll get more streaming eyes on it, and people will watch. Will watch it again, definitely.
It's the great conundrum we're living in, because I love a good streaming website. I'm on sort of Netflix, Prime, etc. fairly regularly, but it has contributed to us training audiences to not go to the cinema. And that has become a bigger crisis in our current sort of era, more than it has done in the past in a big way. So, yeah, and the Netflix, and also just not even Netflix films, there are films now getting theatrically released, which are coming to digital within 3-4 weeks. That is mad to me.
It means people don't go and see them because they're like, I'm not going to bother go and see that. Like, I might as well just wait. And it's like, but go and see it. Like, they need the bums on seats. They need
That's also why, again, the whole who is a movie star, because films are not going into theatres as much as they used to. People's concepts of movie stars now and what you have to do to become a movie star is very, very different. So I'm glad that more people can watch it on Netflix. But yeah, I was a bit disappointed after LFF when I heard that it was going to Netflix. I was like, oh no, I want it to have a big, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. Let's go for 4 as well. You don't need, again, visual wise, from a visual perspective, you don't need to watch the cinema, but the collective viewing experience that you get in the cinema and watching this film is amazing. Engagement score, Cheyenne.
I've gone with a 3. Yeah, man, let's say 3.5. 3.5. Yeah, because it doesn't again, I'm the pantheon of rewatchables, and when I can just pick up from anywhere in a film, it doesn't necessarily have that, I don't believe. But I think if you catch it at the right time and you get into the central conceit of it, because I think you kind of need to catch it near the beginning to really know what's going on and then stay in it. Yeah, I think once it gets going and you understand what's going on, it's pretty captivating. But I can understand how not me personally, but some second screeners might fall out of it a little bit because there are no loud car chases or action to make them look up. There's a lot of damn great dialogue, and that should be enough, but for that reason.
Amon.
This is a tricky one.
Just for everyone who's listening to this, you can't see him, but Amon is dressed as Palpatine right now, and that was very Palpatine-esque. That laugh as well.
So I was going to say, so's the laugh. So's that laugh.
I'm not doing this intentionally, I promise. Oh my gosh. Engagement score. The criteria that you've given me here is how difficult would it be for you to turn the film off once you started? Now, if I've started this film from the beginning, then I'm pretty confident that it would be hard for me to turn it off, because the opening 10 minutes, which sets up everything and has Gary doing that first sort of hitman job, is really good and grabby. If I were to start it without having seen that scene, then it would be more tricky, because I'd be wondering, what the hell is this going on? Why is this guy in different outfits? What's he doing? I don't get, it might be a little bit confusing. But if I've started this from the beginning, I think that opening 10-minute snapshot would be enough for me to go, you know what? I'm in. Let's continue. So for those reasons, I'm giving it 4.
Helen?
Yeah, I'm going to give it a solid 4 as well. It's one of those ones that, there's no kind of mega moments in it, but the dialogue in it is super sharp, and there's loads of little bits in his costumes and things that you're going to miss if you're not paying attention. So yeah, a good solid 4. I was like, where's this going to go?
I'm going to give this a 3.75.
These decimals are killing me.
Early on in our run, we had someone who introduced the concept of a napper. And that's the film where you put on when you're just lying on the sofa, and if you fall asleep at any point, you're happy. You wake up half an hour later and you just carry on. So this isn't a napper for me, but this is a film where I'd be like, just watch it, and if I feel tired, I'll go to sleep. But then I'd pick it up and rewind it back to where I picked off from. So it's that kind of film where I'm comfortable just being in its presence. So that gives us an overall score of 4.03750. Repeat viewing score lost a couple of points, but recommendability of 4.8375 overall is pretty strong. It's pretty strong.
Great film.
Great film.
I don't know if you did any research, Helen, for other Linklaters or any
I did. It's actually a tie. This is actually tying with Boyhood. It got the same mark as Boyhood.
Oh, exactly.
Exactly, yeah, 4.03. Bernie, weirdly, got 4.07. I'm not sure.
I think I was surprised by Bernie when I saw it.
And then School of Rock got 4.5, so that was the bigger favourite.
He's got a high strike rate, hasn't he?
We do love some Linklater.
Yeah.
Well, if you want to be a teacher's pet, maybe you just better forget it.
I watched about 10 minutes of that the other day. It was on. I don't know where I was going. I was going somewhere and then it was on and I was like, I'll watch this. Yeah, they were literally about to like round up the kids in the van and get to the final gig. So wonderful.
Oh, very cool.
Wonderful.
I was wondering why only 10 minutes, but yeah, if it was in the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, like it was just, and then I was like, there's Mike White. That's weird. But
I love the scene in obviously this is a different film. But it's there with Joan Cusack in the canteen and then puts on Edge of 17 and starts singing and dancing to that. And I never realised how much I love that song until that scene. I'm not going to sing it now. But anyway, yeah.
Do it!
The reason I'm picking it up is because I was thinking about that song today because it was sampled for Destiny's Child. And I was listening today to the Wesley Morris podcast, Cannonball, where he's talking about Beyonce.
Yes, great pod.
Yeah, so it was all like in my head today and I have to cathartically get it out. So guys, do head to social media. As I said at the top of the show, we are at Flixwatcher on all the social media platforms apart from Twitter where we are at FlixWatcherPod and TikTok where we're something else. But do look out for a shout out that says, hey, we're watching, in this case, Hitman. If you have a thought about it, let us know and then we'll read it out on this podcast. So we have one, and is it down to Shay to read it out?
yes, from Russell Bailey. He says, cracking watch. Linklater rarely misses, and this is a fun, sexy time that shows why Glen Powell has become such a star. And speaking of stars, this gets 4 of them.
Nice. Just before we go, everyone's talked about Glen Powell, and we did talk about Miss Arjona. What's it going to take for her to crack through yet?
Getting cast as Wonder Woman.
I tell you what, Shay, we are so...
Well, and James Gunn's Wonder Woman.
Yes.
That's exactly what I was about to say.
Do it.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, because we don't want the other one who's now properly anti-Palestine.
Yeah.
Gal Gadot. But that's a great show, actually.
Yeah.
How tall is she? How old? She doesn't need to be that tall, is she, though, I guess.
I mean,
Look,
they've
Tom
made...
Cruise is a small guy.
I was about to say.
1.7 metres, apparently. That's tall enough, isn't it?
They have made average height men look very tall. I'm sure they can manage for her. I'm sure.
100% that.
Yeah.
No, the internet is fully behind it, especially after Andor, which she's phenomenal in.
Absolutely incredible. If you haven't watched Andor, she's great in it. I mean, everyone's great in it, but she's exceptional. So I hope James Gunn has seen that and will...
Oh, he would have seen it.
Yeah. Well, he needs to act accordingly.
He really does. He really does.
Guys, thank you so much. Do sign up by telling us where we can find you online, and then we'll say goodbye to the listeners. Go with yourself. Amon first.
Yes, so I am at Amon Warmann on Twitter, Blue Sky, and Instagram and TikTok. I am at Anonymous Prime on Reddit, and you can also find me at all those places at Beta Black Pod as well.
I've never heard anyone give their Reddit tag on here.
Hey, I'm just saying that I'm findable. I'm on Reddit right now. We just started the Beta Black podcast community on Reddit. So yeah, come and join the fun.
Okay. Reddit is my favourite social media platform, so I'm there a lot.
Cool.
I don't know what Reddit kudos level is, but I absolutely love it to bits. So I will come and find you.
Yeah, do it.
Cheyenne, who are you?
Yeah, you can find me at...
Who are you, Cheyenne?
Who am I?
Do you know yourself?
Can I change? As of right now, no. We'll try. You can find me on Instagram at shay.says and on Twitter /X, I guess, at _Shay says. So CHEY says.
Perfect.
So because you didn't say Shay says before you said anything today, do you actually mean anything you said?
That's a conundrum for the times, for the ages.
So unless I said Shay says, then spoke, then I don't.
Those are your handles. I'm just asking the question. I
mean, follow me and find out. Yeah.
And the gauntlet has been laid. Guys, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure to talk about Hitman.
Thanks for coming on.
Bye. Thank you, guys.
Enjoyed this episode of Flixwatcher podcast? Why not leave us a 5-star review on iTunes? You can also follow us at FlixWatcherPod on Twitter, and we're at FlixWatcher on Instagram. Thanks as always to the mighty people for their mighty tunes and Rockwood Audio's editing skills. If you're looking to get your podcast edited as sweet as this, get in touch with Rockwood, ROKK Wood Audio. Tell them Flixwatcher sent you.
You just heard a Stripped Media production.
Hey, Ryan Reynolds here for Mint Mobile. You know, one of the perks about having 4 kids that you know about is actually getting a direct line to the big man up north. Mm-hmm. And this year, he wants you to know the best gift that you can give someone is the gift of Mint Mobile's unlimited wireless for $15 a month. Now, you don't even need to wrap it. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan equivalent to $15 per month required. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Speed slow after 35 gigabytes if network's busy. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.